Okay, so back to the part two. The next question said, does vitamin E serve as a sufficient sunscreen? Does vitamin E serve as a sufficient sunscreen? The level of misinformation out on the corridors of cosmetic science slash cosmetic studies is scary. I remember someone asking me a question one time about vitamin E as a preservative, that she added because she kept complaining that her preservative was failing. Da, 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 da. I think I remember that period. It wasn't because of that lady. I actually did some videos on preservatives, dedicated videos on preservatives, because as content creators, we build our content around what we hear, or the complaints we get from our amazing subscribers and even our clients, our amazing clients as well. And this lady told me that she kept making her products and it kept growing mold, that the preservative system kept failing her. And I'm like, why is your preservative system failing you? That's weird. And I said, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Drop me your recipe. Let me look at your recipe and see what you're working with. So I now went through the whole recipe. I personally didn't see any preservative. And I'm like, girl, there's no preservative here. And she was like, there was preservative. I'm like, okay, I can't find it on this recipe. She now still sent another. And I'm like, I still can't find it. And then we had to talk. I had to call her. And I'm like, okay. And she now told me that vitamin E. How, as Yoruba people in Nigeria will say, "Egbani o." I was shocked. I'm like, where did you get this information from? She was like, Now, the thing is that this information might not necessarily, well, let me don't speak for other people, but let me speak from a professional point of view. This information cannot come from a professional. Do you know why? Even if it does come from a professional, then the person listening to it, the person digesting, the listener didn't understand what the person said. I might come here now and tell you add vitamin E in your anhydrous formula to preserve the oils. Now you see why they say knowledge is power. Study your ingredients. Now, a professional cosmetic formulator might say that to you. And because you're an amateur, because although now the thing has reduced, but for the longest of time, I meet clients, or I don't know, prospective students that will come into my DM and tell me that they do the same thing that I do. They have an idea. At some point, I had to tell them, especially the ones doing pro mixing, I'm like, we're not doing the same thing. Please stay away from me. Keep off from my zone. We're not doing the same thing, right? I meet some that will tell me that they have an idea. They. I remember one time someone coming to tell me that she wants to do advanced course in skincare, but I should help her with something, that I should tell her the pH of some botanical powders and their solubility. To be honest with you, I don't even answer that lady, or I didn't answer her. Yeah. So a lot of times I get that kind of misinformed individuals that are thinking they know what they are doing. That's why I said knowledge is power. You understand? So some people are working with half-baked knowledge, or they are working with knowledge that is not even correct. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. And if added in your water and oil formula, is going in there to prolong the shelf life of your oils in order for them not to go rancid. Alongside, it is serving as an antioxidant. Vitamin E, that is also known as tocopherol or tocopherol acetate, which happens to be the derivative form of tocopherol, is not a preservative. It helps to prolong the shelf life of the oils in your formula, either hydrous or anhydrous, because when you're making a formula, anhydrous is the one without water, basically oils, and then hydrous is the one with water. Anhydrous formulas, your vitamin E goes in there as a form of a preservative. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it is going in there to sustain your oils, in order for your oils not to get rancid. But coming back to a hydrous formula, Vitamin E is not a preservative in oil and water emulsions. I hope what I just said made sense. If you watch this point, have you subscribed? If you like what you see on this channel, what are you waiting for? You're just watching me. Subscription is free of charge. That's the irony of the whole thing. Please also give the video a thumbs up. Engagement is very important. My videos are flat and I don't know, I'm not having any engagement. Even my views. Anyway, let me don't start crying for you. But hopefully 2025, let's do better. Please, let's do better. Encourage the creator. All right, another question says, can I use this formula to make body butter? Okay, I will not answer this because this is a much more detailed question from a student. How do I diversify the formula for butter, creams, and lotions? Okay, still I'm not going to answer that on the camera. What if you want to add other Korea and essential oils to the mixture? Okay, basically, this is a question surrounding Korea oils and essential oils in a mixture. Obviously, when you're making an oil in water formula or a water and oil formula, whatever it's of, the fact that we have oil and we have water, the oils, especially the waxes and all that needs to be melted first before combining them into the water phase to become an emulsion. Those oils and are usually, sorry, those waxes rather, are usually combined with oils. Those waxes on their own without oils will not give you a good emulsion. Waxes must be combined with Korea oils to give that balance. So adding Korea oils in water and oil emulsions is compulsory and is usually added in the phase of melting. That is the hot phase of the formula. Then essential oils are actually a choice. Like I said all the time, we learn every day, right? We unlearn some things to learn new things. To be honest with you, in the past, like some 4 or 5 years ago, I used to formulate with essential oils, but a lot of things sort of kind of surround essential oils, especially as I grew into advanced cosmetic formula, working with actives like vitamin A, vitamin C, lactic acid, working with very sensitive actives of soft got me to realize that using essential oils in my cosmetic products can become very problematic, can cause some level of complications on people's skin when used inside a product. Yes, because some of these actives are already sensitizing to the skin. And then in that formula, you have actives like your vitamin A, and then you have an essential oil in the same formula. That is a recipe that can easily trigger the skin. And if there's any skin that does not want to be triggered unnecessarily, is the melanated skin. One scratch, one bite, according to Dr. Vanita Ratan, is going to pigment. The melanin skin is going to automatically produce more melanin, right? Alongside the discomfort that even comes with the PIH is another thing that I wouldn't even wish on my enemy. And the thing about essential oils again is the fact that some essential oils are really, really potent. And as a cosmetic formulator, not all of these formulators might know how to work with those potent ones. What do I mean by that? Like myself, I do not really work with those potent essential oils. Rather, I rather work with the moderate ones to the very even low strength ones, because I still use essential oils in my hair care products, to be honest with you. But I work with the moderate to low ones. But when you mix those amateur cosmetic formulators, they get a formula or they create a formula for themselves, maybe surrounding their this certain blueprint. You might see on the formula essential oil at 1%. Now, Most of these recipes might or will not even tell you the strength of those essential oils that are being there in 1% or at 2% as well. They might be low strength essential oils that went into the formula at 1 or 2%, right? But the fact that you just see essential oils, you now went to lay your hand on a higher strength essential oils from the ones that probably the cosmetic formulator spoke about and didn't give you the full information. You decided to mimic that recipe with a high strength essential oil. What do you think is going to happen? And it's worst when those essential oils are in combination with some other skincare actives that can trigger the sensitivity of the skin. So I don't know what I'm saying makes sense, right? Essential oils could actually trigger skin sensitivity for some skin types. And to be honest with you, as a cosmetic formulator, I would always want to put out a product that will be suitable for most skin types. Let me stop here. Watch out for battery. Let's go. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Subscribe.